So, back at it once again with films that make Alan Moore hate the film industry even more than he already does.
Yes.
On top of the butchering of his works, this probably being the most blatant, I'd say, probably the worst adaptation of Alan Moore's material.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Well, I can really only think of one other movie that's not good. Okay, it's not bad, but it's nothing special either. The Watchmen adaptation. It was beautifully shot, but story-wise, like, why change the ending that much?
I'm gonna be real with you. I think that ending was better.
Fair enough, but at the same time, it's just like, when you make a promise to pretty much everyone saying, "Oh, don't worry, Alan Moore's going to watch this years down the line and be like, that was actually pretty good." No, well, of course, who am I to judge what Alan Moore thinks is great? I mean, the man worships an ancient snake god.
Well, I mean, that was that week.
Yeah, and it's
that week.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I know what I
he
said.
changes his opinions on so many things all the time. I'd say probably the best adaptation in the modern era, probably V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta's pretty good.
Yeah, because they kept a lot of the bravado and the gusto. They just had to cut out a lot of the fluff because they had to condense it down into
a movie.
Into a movie, which there's a lot there. I could see like a BBC miniseries highlighting it and doing something about it, which would be really cool. And have like Stephen Moffat direct it, or I forget his name, the one who directed the first two seasons of the first two Doctors in Doctor Who.
Russell T. Davis.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good job.
Hey, holy crap, everybody! It's like she's actually useful. It's like she's actually here for a reason.
Okay, so
Sheesh. All right.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the movie that caused Sean Connery to stop acting.
Oh.
Let's be fair though, he was planning to retire after this film.
He was pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
This movie is not good, but it is fun.
Very.
This is one of them that I haven't seen, and you're probably like, don't waste your time.
Honestly,
do waste your time, but don't take it seriously.
No, do not go into this expecting anything like meaningful or like life redefining. It's real stupid.
I mean, not too many movies are that.
Okay,
but, you know.
Kyra, let me put it to you like this. It's the Avengers, but with Victorian literary characters. That's exactly the reaction you should have.
Agreed.
It's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
It's bad, but it's sweet.
I really wish we had a better version of this.
Right? No, you're... Just wait. This is great.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Sham. I know you're bummed I took the Highlander 2 role.
Mr. Connery, you're one of the biggest stars in the world. You can make a few mistakes every once in a while. Your friend Michael Crichton already sent me a bounce back script. It's called Jurassic Park. You're the guy who owns the park.
That sounds too small. I want a ridiculous amount of money for it.
Well, Sean, if you're not willing to take a slightly smaller role, you may want to consider retiring.
Bullshit! I'm as snappy as my leotard and jardage. If the people want giant lizards, I got a role for them. A giant flying one in Dragonheart.
I think that would be extraordinarily dangerous.
Sham, you're a good boy, and I don't like you. But you're a dumbass. Sign me up for Dragonheart! Sham, that might not have been the best choice.
Well, you know when you...
Shut up. I have a role that's foolproof enough. The Avengers.
Yeah, that's perfect. I hear Marvel has some major plans for movies.
Not that comic book crap. The 60s TV show no kid knows about?
I don't know, Sean. I got a script here called The Matrix. You play a mentor named Morpheus, and it's supposed to be really cutting edge.
Morpheus. That's what I named my leotard in JJackalz.
Must you always reference that?
Yes.
Pass on that Matrix crap. Sign me up for the event. Sham.
Yes,
Avengers didn't work out.
I kind of figured.
But this one is a surefire hit. I'd bet my career on it. It's called The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Okay, look, Sean, I'll level with you. I have a script here for Lord of the Rings, one of the most famous books ever written. They're filming 3 movies all at the same time, something never done before in cinema, and they're offering you the role of Gandalf. You have to be an idiot, nay, absolutely insane to turn down a surefire blockbuster series like this.
Sign me up for the League of Extraordinary.
Yep.
I think I should retire.
I think you're an idiot.
Did you keep the same haircut all these years?
Good.
Funny enough, yeah, he was offered all those roles. He was offered the role of John Hammond. He was offered the role of Morpheus. And he was offered the role
Of Gandalf.
Oh.
Can you imagine him as Gandalf?
Yes!
That'd be awesome!
I want it.
Listen here, young Frodo. You must take the ring to the one ring to the fiery pit of Mount Doom.
Guy, remember, so you don't have to. Some people have a winning streak, others have a naked streak. Sean Connery has both. After years of being one of the most charismatic and attractive actors of all time, something finally started to crumble when he turned down several blockbuster hits and instead chose awkward avenues of awfulty. But the one so famously bad that he left acting shortly after is an angry abomination of assness, I like 8 words today, called The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Based on the comic by Alan Moore, the guy who did Watchmen, directed by Stephen Norrington, the guy who directed Blade, and starring the guy who inspired the greatest Celebrity Jeopardy episodes ever made, how can this not be friggin' amazing? Well, it found a way, and folks have been regretting this extraordinary dumbhood for 15 years. Has it warranted all the hate it deserves? Well, if Connery decided he had one more film in him after this, I guess it can't be that bad, can it? Let's find out for ourselves. This is The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Whoa, I guess that Disney merger didn't go as well as expected. They can survive Cleopatra, but not the mouse. An opening crawl says what every opening crawl says. No, really, you can replace them all with things suck. Some asshole might make it better, but things suck. It's easier than following the Phantom Menace text. Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to the starring credits when a goddamn tank is on screen.
Right.
This is especially frustrating because it distracts from the police's brilliant tactical strategy. Halt! Well, if it didn't work once, better try it again. Halt! But I don't think you're asking polite enough. As a tank, it has to stop after you say halt a 3rd time. You're gonna say halt a 3rd time, aren't you? Halt! In the name of the law! Yeah, you deserve this Wile E. Coyote death. Thank God newspapers were written like tweets back then, as Germany says 9 us! And the culprits are rounding up every textbook mad scientist to say every textbook mad scientist cliche.
The world. I want the world.
You know, can't one of these supervillains ever answer with kawaii? It's pleasant, the weather's nice, it's really all you need. I would identify more with the villain if he said he just wanted kawaii.
I mean, you know.
Well, I can see why they focused mostly on his eye, as the rest of him looks like a basement cosplayer who couldn't fit into his costume, so he grabbed whatever leftover scraps didn't have Cheeto dust all over him. Yeah, this is my dirty Destro mask, my dirty Spartan armor, my dirty Cruella de Vil coat. I am Leonidas Cruella de Destro! Fear me! Jesus, Germany now attacked and Europe threatening to go to war. We logically cut to Kenya.
Yep.
As in, can you tell me why the hell I'm supposed to give a shit?
And then you get deported back to Kenya.
Looking for a man named Alan Quartermain. And tell me if for a brain-dead second you would actually believe this is him.
Do I have the pleasure of addressing Alan Quartermain?
Yes, you do, sir. Indeed you do.
No.
Yes, that's it. And you want to know what I'm not into? Lying. I'm totally not into that. If only we could figure out who the real Quartermain was. It could be anyone, even that Sean Connery-shaped man to the right.
The Empire needs you.
Do I need the Empire? I'm Quartermain.
Oh, movie! Got us!
Nigel is useful for keeping the story seekers at bay.
Is he? He looked pretty bad at it.
I don't know.
This representative of the British government says he needs him because war is on the horizon.
Countries set at each other's throats, baying for blood. It's a powder keg. War.
With whom, exactly?
A world war.
Yeah,
And
everyone.
by world, I mean mostly Europe, which is pretty much the world to us.
Stories of
Well, Europe did control pretty much 70% of the world's landmass at the time, so...
Many directions I could take that joke.
Mr. Murdoch, yes.
These assassins here shoot the wrong Quartermain. Christ, you could say a 5-year-old girl is Quartermain and they fall for it. And they have themselves a shootout. For a pretty skilled knifeman and a lot of Sean Connery to hit, that was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like a wino impaling on a rhino.
God save yourself, you son of a bitch.
Rule Britannia.
But there's one assassin left.
Rule Britannia.
What, do I smell bad?
Cyanide.
Well, we'll come to Africa. Connery agrees to help and is flown to London to meet up with the man in charge, M. No, that's not a James Bond joke. That's really what he's called.
Yep.
Superiors call me M.
Even Connery has a look that's like,
Oh, dumb. I get it.
I think that's bad. This is the joke that precedes it.
You made good time getting here.
Not as good as Phileas Fogg.
And you think that's bad? They have to spell it out to you, the dumbass audience, where it's from.
Around the world in 80 days.
Even that laugh, it seems to say,
We're making this kind of movie, huh? I should have mailed the script to the Marx Brothers.
Connery can barely even take the title being told to his face.
Should have mailed it to the Marx Brothers.
Roll credits.
No, seriously, when do we start filming the real movie?
They've discovered these attacks are all the work of one man, who calls himself the Phantom.
Very operatic.
God! He's introduced to the League, first with Captain Nemo.
Alan Quartermain, Captain Nemo.
Rumor has it that you're a pirate.
And white, according to most movie versions.
He's also greeted by
he's
the
Indian,
Invisible
so-
Man and Mina Harker, and seeing how M is played by Richard Roxburgh, who plays the villain in goddamn everything, I'm just gonna guess and say the M stands for Moriarty.
Would you prefer Moriarty?
Don't even cut ahead. You know they're lame enough to do it.
What in God's name is that?
I call it an automobile.
Okay, this isn't Dora the Explorer. You can say new words at a regular pace.
Automobile.
Or car.
This is my first mate.
Call me Ishmael.
Jesus Christ!
Yep.
Hey, look, the makers of this comic were so embarrassed to be in it, they just sent their names. In fact, wait, Alan Moore isn't playing the villain? I think that's the biggest twist so far.
Yeah.
What dumbass book are you from?
Mr. Dorian Gray?
Well, ask us through the question.
You're missing a picture, Mr. Gray.
And you don't miss a thing, do you?
Oh, sometimes.
Good scripts, for example. I miss those a lot.
So we go from one big building where we're sitting around talking to another big building where we're sitting around talking. Squee!
We all of us have traits useful in this endeavor. A hunter, scientist, even Skinner has stealth.
Cheers.
Oh look, we can see the drink go down his throat. Shouldn't we see all the food and drink he's ever had then? Like, over the days or weeks, whatever?
Yeah.
In fact, shouldn't we technically be seeing it turn into... Why are you making me think this movie?
Uh-huh.
But Ivan the Blast shows up to try and take out our heroes.
We give to all special one-time invitation. Join me.
You know the mask is supposed to cover the ugly part, right? Connery gets a wink from someone who's on his side, though, and another shootout commences.
Ladder!
Ladder!
Ladder! Ladder! Henry, did you survive that ladder?
I will never be the same after that ladder!
Oh my god, this guy has a sword!
And all we have are machine guns!
And that's nothing compared to this guy's cane!
You know the stormtroopers defeated by the Ewoks are probably looking at these guys saying,
You know what? We did good.
What are you?
I'm White Prince.
I'm complicated.
Oh, that is so something White Prince would say.
Yeah.
Nina reveals her power too, as apparently she's a vampire. From Dracula! I don't
Yeah.
know, everything else is spelled out. Who's this, sexy Don Quixote?
And you are Special Agent Sawyer.
Oh cool, did you trick some kids to painting out the bullet holes from Dorian's suit? Where the hell those go?
You're in.
They travel to Paris to get one last recruit, Dr. Jekyll ripping off Van Helsing. Or did Van Helsing rip off this? You know what? They're both shitty movies. We all lose.
Yeah.
Effects on him are legitimately pretty good. And I also like that Nemo's Sword of the Ocean actually looks like a Sword of the Ocean.
Man.
Cloud sword, but still a sword.
Yeah.
The movie is just people standing around yapping. That would be too bad, except they're not even talking like they're interested in what they're saying. These are the most famous characters in fiction. Each one of them has a book centered around them. Yet they all talk in the dullest of roars and the most mono of tones.
I was surprised you ultimately joined the League.
So it's clear, with Da Vinci's blueprints and enough explosives.
I mean to undo the flaws in my character.
Your past haunts you.
Sean Connery's really got to stop being on
Master
submarines.
developed these characters better. There's supposed to be a love triangle between Mina and actually everybody, but no one has any chemistry, even as friends.
He's gonna sink the whole city.
Yes, and spark off his world war.
And the biggest insult is, as a comic book movie, think about what you can do with this idea.
Yeah.
Maybe the vampire takes Jekyll's potion. Maybe Tom Sawyer can turn invisible. Maybe Nemo and Quartermain can invent some new kick-ass weapons. Combine these characters, work off of what they know, come up with some really interesting ideas. But nope, none of that is taken advantage of. They just all sit around and talk at a very low tone like they need a goddamn nap. They're supposed to have the chemistry of the X-Men, but they have the dozing effect of NyQuil.
So you're like,
Oh.
I see.
Thank you for your contribution so far.
Thanks, Tony Stark.
Do something!
Yeah.
Imagine if some of the greatest comic book characters of all time got together, and this is all they did.
At least she's reading Asimov.
Is it a good book?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
What are you writing?
My memoirs.
Is it life?
Not really.
Should we, talk about our passions or our dreams?
Why?
Good God, it's like I'm at a freaking coffee shop.
Yep.
Either of you seen League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if she improvised that.
I feel like she probably did.
She probably was just like...
The League makes it to Venice to apparently stop a bomb that the Phantom is going to set off.
No one will ever see us.
Come on, it's not like this thing can go underwater or anything. God, this is stupid! By the way, have I gone colorblind, or is there not one spectrum of color in this?
Yeah.
You're in Venice!
Fireworks have no color, and that's their only purpose, to go boom and have color. Maybe
Yeah.
the Phantom
You're in
is a
Venice,
genetic
for
fusion of
God's
Bills the
sakes.
Rainbow Bright. You know that makes too much sense. One bomb goes off, sinking a ton of Venice's buildings.
Get ahead of the collapse and destroy the next building.
We can interrupt the chain of destruction.
There's no room for error, but I tell you it could work.
What are you talking?
God, even when explosions go off, they just talk. It should be the friggin' League of Extraordinary Conversations. Except the conversations are boring too. We do finally get some planned action though, as the new device called
Automobile.
Remember, a device so new they say it like this.
Automobile.
Can be driven perfectly by Sawyer, who, despite never seeing one or being in one before, can pull a Fast and Furious trailer pretty quick out of his ass.
Americans.
No, I swear, this is the first time I've ever driven this automobile.
Americans.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Jesus Christ, he really is fine? Give him a scratch at least, I was half joking. They stop the rest of the bombs as Connery hunts the Phantom down to a cemetery of his failed movie choices. Look, there's Medicine Man.
Ooh.
You know, it's pretty funny him calling Connery weak when he's skipping away in fear like the naked guy from Life of Brian. You don't look look like the image of strength here, buddy. You look like a missing hobbit dwarf. Boring, son of snoring.
Oh.
But it turns out the Phantom is the Phantom. That's right, it was M wearing a mask under a mask.
Yep.
You know, for a criminal mastermind, you really didn't need to do a lot of this.
Yeah.
It's a really nice place to hang out. There is literally no point in you going to all these places except to make monologues about wanting the world. In fact, I'm sorry, what's this guy's plan again? Well, the scratched audio recording, given a scratched film reference, despite it not being recorded on film, should explain.
And I've been true to the girls said to me.
War will come,
sooner or later, as inevitable as summer into autumn. It is over. For you.
I think between this guy's Clinton eyebrows and his Peter Dinklage bonking William Shatner voice, he could be the world's handiest magician act.
Even the League itself. There is no League. There never was. It was a ruse to get me closer to my goals.
Am I over here? Or am I over here? I'm actually right behind you. Just kidding. I was in front of you the whole time, but I fooled you for a second, didn't I? It appears he started this war because he saw war's inevitable anyway. Hey, here's an idea. Instead of speeding it up, why don't you goddamn stop it, you friggin' mastermind? Nevertheless, he wants to be the most powerful force when that war comes. So he steals samples from all the League. Jekyll's potion, Invisible Man's skin, Mina's blood, Connery's accent. He's got them all. It's a little hard to pay attention, though, as through all of this, Hyde is making faces in the mirror. Oddly enough, both figuratively and literally.
What fool reveals his stratagem before the game is over? While I've rambled on.
I honestly don't see how making faces to the side enhances anything.
Yeah, just
after 20 minutes of it. Will you knock that off? You've been doing that the entire review!
Just doesn't see the necessity of it.
I don't! It turns out Em and Dorian left a bomb on the sub as well, leading to the most witty of parting lines.
Bon voyage.
I got that from a Captain Crunch box. The bomb goes off as we see why it was such a dumb idea to bring all these characters together. Because, well, they can work together to become even stronger. Yeah, why the hell didn't he just visit them individually to get the samples? They'd be less powerful without all the supernatural backup. Not that their acting gets any stronger when they're together. Congratulations, you win the Red Brown Awkward Scream Award!
Roll Fizzlebeef!
Bring it up to the surface to figure out their next move.
Crystal McLaurin body.
Bon voyage, I just got it.
We're getting
Bob Johnson. Oh, wait.
Good.
Only an extraordinary gentleman would figure that out.
I'll even translate what it says. Dot, 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 dot.
Pull ahead. Pull. They're told where M is going and follow him in the submarine to his secret hideout.
That's a Hunt for Red October joke.
Of course, being completely naked and somehow surviving the goddamn freezing cold. Ew, I saw snow on his dinghy. He says in the hideout there's a ton of tanks, innocuous subs, and metal supersuits being made to take over the world. Well, at the very least, we're promised a kick-ass climax of none of those tanks, none of those subs, and only one of those friggin' suits being used.
Yep.
But it's okay, because we'll get this weird shaving added in the middle of the action. Of course, that's how we got rid of his mustache. It's all falling into place. Thank God they focused on that! I'll give credit that there are two cool things in this climax. One is this line.
We have trouble.
I call it sport.
That's just awesome.
It's a damn good line.
Who is this guy? As far as I know, he was never introduced before, but look at him. He's the only guy having fun in this entire movie. It only gets better when he takes Hyde's potion and covers himself with it. This movie is doing everything right with this character. This is the exact weird-ass guy I want to take this potion in the exact weird-ass way I want him to take that potion, leading to, holy shit, look at this!
Yeah.
Why weren't we getting this movie the whole time?
Yeah.
Not though boring-ass conversations are on the way.
Do not move, Em. Or would you prefer Professor James Moriarty?
I prefer a surprise that actually surprises. Like just how bad Never Say Never Again was. But I guess this will do.
Ooh.
Actually, no, it won't, but the movie's made. And escapes while Dorian fights off Mia and... clearly doesn't kill her, like that's nowhere near her heart. But she surprises us by pointing out that was nowhere near her heart.
This time you missed.
Oh, that's right, it's a man's heart in his stomach. If you were a guy, you'd totally be dead. She shows him the picture, killing him off, while supposedly the invisible man comes to help Sawyer.
It's okay, Skinner.
What makes you think I'm Skinner?
What makes you think it was smart to tell him that? Dumbass, you could have had him dead in a second. Now he's just weirded out that there's 2 invisible schlongs in the open during this climax.
Yep.
Connery meets up with M and tries to finish him off.
Oh no, he has an S word.
He has an S word.
You can't kill the future.
But I can't kill you.
Oh Lord, will the villain make it? Why are you making us concerned about him? M reveals, though, that he has Connery's son, Sawyer. Yep, his son. They borrowed from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom book of weak-ass twists, and M gets the jump on him.
Wait, no. That's not how... Okay, I get...
Oh, I didn't know Batman counted as a fictional character you could have in this world. Lord knows I'd actually welcome an Austrian Mr. Freeze just to see someone smile. Yes!
Yep.
Sawyer finishes M off, but apparently can't save his out-of-nowhere father relationship in time.
May this new century be your son.
Yep.
Wow. Even the main character's death seemed dull as shit.
Yeah.
Like he died, he looks like he was shown a clip of him singing from Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
She is my dear, my darling one, my smiling and big island.
Oh!
So they bury him back in Kenya. Don't worry, I'm sure Dr. Frankenstein will drop by to whip him into shape.
I have long hidden away from the world. Now I wish to see it anew as the century turns. You're all welcome to join me.
Even the funeral in this is like, yeah, okay, cool. I miss him, I guess. But fear not, as apparently Kenyan shamans have cured death. Turns out the secret was dancing. Dancing cures death. Like and share? Yeah, the downside is he's reincarnated as a CG dragon and still can't sing.
No, the downside is that's the very last thing in the movie.
And that was the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I'm sure it tried its best.
Your best. Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
I will go through all of Shanghai's IMDb page. Everyone seems half awake. It's visually colorless. The effects are hit and miss. It's just an all-around boring movie. I can't say it's anywhere near the worst I've seen. Not even close. It's just dull and uneventful. All of these characters
could be
are from
so
the
much
greatest
better.
stories ever written, but having them all together doesn't seem to make any of this work. That's gotta be some bad writing if you can't make them leap off the screen as they originally leaped off the page. And if anyone is foolish enough to do a sequel in the future, it had better look something like this. Now that'd be a final film for Connery to go out on. I'm a nostalgia critic, I remember, so you don't have to.
Actually, I would love to see a remake now that, you know, we've had The Avengers and all of this. I would love to see a remake done of this.
That everyone knows how to make, like, hero movies, even though it's not. Like, crap. Dang it.
Yes,
I don't
dang it, yes.
I don't
yes,
think he
quite. What now? You want to talk about it? No,
Asshole,
it's
shut
a good
up.
line. We can print it.
No, shut up. Let her speak.
I was just gonna say, like, now that everyone knows how to make, like, now that like it's easier, I guess, to make hero movies even though they're not heroes, but also, like, I was kind of expecting some, like, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter kind of thing. You hate that, don't you?
I do. I do hate that so much. But it's a little bit. It doesn't quite come across that way, but
I mean, I'm sorry I said something that you hate, but
no, it's fine. If I got mad every time somebody said something I hate, I'd be Nate. That's his secret.
That's something I take with pride, my friend.
That's his secret. He's always salty.
But Ben, get good.
Careful now.
I'm going to take that screwdriver that's laying on the floor over there.
Just proving my point, bro.
Pop out your eyeballs.
Proving my point.
All right.
How you gonna sing metal with no fucking teeth? That's a Blues Brothers reference.
Oh no, I've already chipped one of my teeth like in half from singing.
Oh,
metal,
I know a way to make him mad.
Don't do it. Don't.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
Don't do it. Just please don't.
I'm not gonna say what you think I'm gonna say.
Oh, it's a saying thing. Okay, all right. That's
No. I was just gonna be like, Johnny Depp is a great actor.
Wow.
Wow, it's Pick on Ben Day here at the Renegades. Oh wait. I'm here. It's Pick on Ben Day. Of course it is.
I hate that I did that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Okay. I'm glad. Glad that
for
you're
me,
sorry
whenever
about
I
that.
hear people I would expect you at least to have a hard time saying it, like the Honest Trailers voice guy. Whenever people give him stupid stuff to say, just like 50 Shades of Grey is the greatest. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
You know, like this movie had potential, like a lot of potential, and
you know what? You know
just
who I
didn't.
would have loved to see direct this fucking movie?
Who's that?
Edgar fucking Wright.
Dude.
Could you have imagined the movie we would have gotten?
Dude, that'd be sweet.
I mean, him throwing together all of the classic literary figures from the past in a 19th century steampunk setting.
So, I'm gonna level with you. The movie that we always wanted from this, they made a video game of it. It's called Codename Steam. And if I may, I will pull up a list of playable characters in this. Because, let me put it to you this way. It's steampunk. It's a lot of classic characters from fiction. And they're fighting off eldritch monstrosities. Oh, and it plays like XCOM. Let's see. So, characters involved. The main character is Henry Fleming from The Red Badge of Courage. John Henry, voiced by Michael Dorn.
Pretty badass.
The entire group is run by Abraham Lincoln, voiced by Will Wheaton.
Wheaton!
You have the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz, Tiger Lily from Peter Pan, Tom Sawyer from Tom Sawyer. There's a giant monster that they have to fight in a giant Abraham Lincoln mech.
That sounds absurd.
It gets better. They meet up with Queequeg, which is Moby Dick.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
No. It gets better. No, keep going with me here.
I told you it sounded absurd.
They then receive a distress call from Professor Randolph Carter of Miskatonic University.
What? Okay, keep going.
They meet up with the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. You get the Fox, who is a literary thief, and Calafia, who was a warrior queen from the mythical island of California in the novel The Adventures of Esplanadian. I think I can't say it right for sure. The enemy turns out to be the great Shoggoth.
You mean Shoggoth?
Well, it's Shoggoth in the thing. You get the Tin Man, who's a cyborg. Dorothy Gale shows up. Ulysses S. Grant is in this. They go to Oz. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. And it's all done in the version of a comic book, and it's fucking fantastic. And it was done by the same people who did Fire Emblem. Tell me that isn't badass. I dare you.
I don't know that
Yours,
that
in
is
my
badass.
opinion, a badass. I'm confused, but at the same time, interested.
See? See? There you go. There you go.
Same.
It's ridiculous.
Nick's just like, that is not badass.
Nick's confused.
He's like, I don't want this to be a thing.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear any of this. I think that's best for my mental health.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
I have the game if you want to borrow it and play it.
No, I'm good.
He's like, no.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's real good.
I'm good.
All right. Well,
is it real good? Is it really, real good? Let's find out if it's really, real good real quick.
Yeah, I mean, generally pretty good reviews.
It's on 3DS.
Mm-hmm. It didn't sell super well, unfortunately.
52% positive, 40% mixed, 7% negative. User score 75% positive, 8% mixed, 16% negative. So not too bad, I don't guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the problem was that on non-new 3DS systems, it ran kind of slow.
Okay.
But they added in a function to like speed that up greatly post-release. So.
All right. Well.
So what I'm saying is, Intelligent Systems, get the rights to League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Make that game. Please, God, make that game.
That just sounds weird as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They end up with a mech called the Anthropomorphized Battle Engine. The Abe. Piloted by Abe Lincoln.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an experience.
So
we hope you have enjoyed what you have seen here today.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight.
Why? Because you're going to be up all night playing that game?
No, because I'm going to be thinking about the fact that it exists.
It's also all done in comic book style.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate what
He's having
we appreciate
a crisis
you all
of life
tuning
right
in.
now.
As always, if you want to watch the original video, links are in the description down below. And I guess until next time, signing off. I'm Nate.
I'm Ben.
I'm Kyra.
I'm confused.
And
that whole situation over there just made my night. And Peanut is here. He's like, hi, why have I been awoken?
Sorry, buddy.
Buddy.
All right, well, we'll see you later, everybody. Peace out.